Anime games, sometimes porn, sometimes not, but because there are so many anime games around the world, it would make sense that some countries decide to completely ban or censor certain games. But before I start, I've noticed that on other videos similar like this, there seems to be a lot of hostility in the comments, generally directed to the West as a whole or to a certain company that decided to not release or censor a game. And I mean, everywhere in the world censors or bans stuff, including Japan. Zero, the Japanese rating system for games, is really strict. Like Rockstar, a Western game company, often gets their games heavily censored by Zero. Censorship will always happen, and writing mean things about people online isn't going to unban or uncensor anything. With that out of the way, if you've ever imported a game from Japan, you might have noticed that it always says "for Japan only" on the box and on the disc. So if you own a Japanese import game, you have contraband. But if you're talking about game titles that are banned or didn't see an international release, one developer had pretty much no games released outside of Japan. The hentai developer Illusion. Because back in 2006, this game, Wayplay, caused a huge uproar. I don't think I have to explain what that game is about and why it caused an uproar. It is ranked one of the most controversial games of all time, and things got so bad that it even made some eroge publishers paranoid and banned all foreigners from their official websites. And some of them even on purposely sabotaged translation wikis so people overseas couldn't enjoy their games. Some people in the eroge community felt that these actions were extreme and straight up xenophobic. But now luckily things have calmed down more, and Illusion's game Honey Select is currently officially available on Faku. And the modern community of Illusion games is quite good. You can play their entire game selection translated, patched and uncensored if you want to. Amiga Labyrinth is a fanservice-filled game on the PS Vita and is the only anime game to get refused classification in the UK, which means it's banned, because you're not allowed to sell a game that isn't rated. But the game has not been released anywhere outside of Japan anyways, so it isn't the only place where you can't play this game. Danganronpa V3 is banned in South Korea because at the time a murder case happened where a 17-year-old killed an 8-year-old. And because Danganronpa features child-on-child murder, they decided to ban it. But only V3 is banned. So a lot of you might know the game Fire Emblem, but in the game Fire Emblem Fates, there was a gay conversion therapy scene that got edited out for the international release of the game. And we all know the maid catgirl visual novel game Neko Para. It is censored on Steam and on the Nintendo Switch, but it's slightly more censored on the PlayStation version. But if you own the Steam version, you can easily get the uncensored patch. It's quite often with visual novels that the PC version has porn and the console version doesn't. This is because Sony and Nintendo don't want to license hentai games, with some rare exceptions. And one video game series that can't get rid of unwanted attention is Galgun. When their first game got released, Microsoft asked them to censor underwear sharing stuff, and when the sequel of Galgun got released, it got banned by Kiwis for sexualizing schoolgirls. So the following games I'm going to talk about aren't really banned, they're just not available on Steam if you're Korean. The Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth series on Steam has no official translation in Korean. This is because the company Cyberfront Korea owns the translation rights for the games and they're only available on console and not on Steam. So yes, some games might not be available where you are, but luckily in the modern times we've found more and more ways to circumvent bans and censorship. Now that a lot of consoles are region free, we can easily import games, or in some cases, mod devices to play imported games or ROMs. And over time, censorship becomes less, and more things get accepted over time. And special thanks to Twitter user OWN, who gave me the idea to make this video and provided me with some information for this video. So I hope you guys like this video, blow up the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Keep playing and watching hentai.